When we think about Jewish-Christian dialogue, there is actually not a single one form or model of Jewish-Christian dialogue that we can relate to, because things look so differently in different geographical, political, and national contexts. And what is very interestingly happening in Europe and in the United States is that while Christian theologians and officials are becoming much more acquainted with the Jewish tradition and see a much stronger affinity between Christianity and Judaism than ever before, to the point of reading the New Testament as a collection of basically Jewish texts. In some Jewish communities, especially in Israel and in Orthodox Jewish communities, we see a very different process, which also shares some commonalities with this Christian process. So if Christians are trying to recover a lost past, and in this lost past there is a lost symbiosis between Christians and Jews, what is happening in these circles of Jewish Orthodox communities in Israel, also abroad, but especially in Israel, they are also trying to recover a lost past. But this past would be the exact opposite, in the sense that what they're trying to establish is a past where Jews were not influenced by Christianity, by Christians, and were not the target of Christian pressure for conversion. So, in a sense, when we talk about reconciliation, we talk about the bettering of the relationship between Christians and Jews, we talk about religious freedom. All of these things are pushing Christians towards more affinity and closeness with Jews and Judaism, but they are very often pushing Jews exactly to the other direction, because this is a time, perhaps the first time in history, that Jews don't have to think about Christian sensibilities all the time. They're no longer living under a Christian regime, under a Christian hegemony. In Israel, they are no longer a minority in a Christian world. Actually, it's the Christians that are a minority here. And we see how this influences also their ability, sometimes to say nasty things about Christians and Christianity, things that they couldn't express before. So it's not one-sided. We have many Jewish attitudes towards Christianity, and they express themselves in various forms in different contexts. But we can also follow a kind of a more stringent halachic approach towards Christians and Christianity, and even going back, retrieving specifically those portions of the Jewish tradition which less tolerant towards Christians and Christianity, from the variety of options that the tradition allows.